Yes.
Oh, I got you. Yep. Can you hear me?
Yes. There you are. All right.
Hello.
Hey, yes. I know I'm catching you out of the blue here. This actually is a cold call. Mind if I share why I'm calling you? And then you can decide if you want to hang up?
Sure, sounds great.
Awesome. I guess before I do my whole like dog and pony show here, I should probably ask you, are you already thinking about or invested in any outbound strategy at SDRs or external services?
Yeah, we have one on staff. We're probably not a good fit for you just because our sales cycle is very long, our deal size is very big, and so it's less about volume and more about quality.
Large ASPs is exactly what we specialize in. My name is Ronen Passar. I'm one of the co-founders at the Call Guys. Hey, out of curiosity, I know you just mentioned you already have one SDR on staff here. Is that person able to get you to like 4 to 5x coverage of the pipeline that you're going for in a predictable manner?
No.
No worries. That's actually why I was reaching out. Have you ever considered working with consultants who have built SDR teams for other companies that can help you have more predictability through proven processes and techniques? Anything like that ever cross your radar?
Yeah, we've tried a couple of things. I think the problem for us is that you really, like, in order to actually get a meeting in our space, you really have to be like, you have to have deep expertise in what we do. And, an outsourced version of that just hasn't ever really worked for us because of that. That expertise is just so crucial to actually getting a meeting.
Totally, yeah. Actually, we're not outsourced. We would be in-house consultants. Essentially, what we do at the Call Guys, just to clarify, is that we'd come in for 6 or 9 months and just help you stand up an internal SDR team built the way that I was able to build one at a unicorn tech company from almost nothing to now over 120 million ARR. So the same processes that we've learned over the course of our careers, we'd help you build out the same one for your stage of company. Look, I know I'm catching you out of the blue here. Actually, the reason for my call was to find a better time. It would be like totally insane if we did a quick eval with you sometime next week to see if we might even be able to help.
Man, my schedule is terrible. I'm probably not even like the exact right person to be talking to. I'm the one that wants more deals through the pipeline for sure. But
just to confirm, you are the CEO, right? You're overseeing. Okay, so I don't know how you couldn't be the right person. I'm gonna call BS on that.
It's just like, I have people on my team that are that bear responsibility for that pipeline. And,
well, that's actually great. We don't want to work with companies that don't already have people responsible for that. So that makes it even more of a fit. But look, I don't want to strong arm you into anything. If you're not looking for ways to create that consistent, predictable pipeline, no stress at all. Like, I totally get timing is everything here. But if you'd be open to hearing a few ideas, no strings attached, and just getting a chance to meet myself and my partner, Kevin, how would maybe this time next week on Tuesday look for you?
How about, rather than put time on my calendar, which is precious, would love just like, if you can send me like an overview or even just like your website and I can get a sense for what you're doing. And then I would probably introduce you to my chief growth officer, who is thinking about this problem. I'm happy to come to a meeting once she, sort of takes a look and decides it could use your time.
Fair enough. I just sent you a connect request on LinkedIn. My LinkedIn, I feel like, really speaks for me more than anything else. So take a look at that. And your chief growth officer is the one who would ultimately be the one overseeing a program like this, if I'm understanding correctly.
That's true. Yep.
Okay, great. Well, I'll tell you what, I just sent that connect request. And to be honest with you, I have done this a long time, as you can tell. And every time I send an email to someone, I have still never heard back from anyone. So, shocker. So, would it be really like too insane if we just found some time to pencil in after, of course, you would get a chance to take a peek at maybe my LinkedIn profile and see if something like what I do might be a fit?
Yeah, I'm probably not going to put them on the calendar right now. But yeah, let me chat with about it and get back to you.
Ronen does it again. The guy is the best cold caller that I know. We're going to call Ronen the cold call king, but Ronen, I can't thank you enough for allowing me on this channel to share all of your cold call recordings and coaching, because I know it's helping me become a better cold caller, and I know it's helping everybody watching these videos. And I took down a whole page of notes here, guys, about this cold call, and I just want to run some of these most important notes by you because I know they help me out a great deal. I love how Ronan handled the objection, "We probably aren't a fit for you." If you remember, if you go back and listen to the recording, he got hit with this brush off objection right at the very start of the call before he explained the reason for the call. He came right back with a confident tone. Large ASPs is exactly what we specialize in. That objection, again, that's a brush off objection. The right tone and delivery can easily handle these brush off objections to give you the opportunity to move that conversation forward. I love the phrase, "That's actually why I was reaching out." So he got that brush off objection. He handled it with the right tone and delivery. "That's actually why I was reaching out." I really like that phrase. I'm going to start incorporating that phrase into my cold calls when I get hit with a brush off objection. When he went for the first ask to meet, at the end of the ask, he said the phrase, "To see if we might even be able to help." Language is so important. That phrase, "to see if we might even be able to help," it's not threatening. What it's telling that CEO is, hey, if we meet, we're going to have a conversation to see if I can help. If I can help, I'll explain how I can help. If I can't help, we'll move on. No worries, no strings attached. Non-threatening language. This takes some kahunas. I jotted this down, but I liked how he pushed back on the CEO and called out his BS. The reason why Ronan was able to do this, call out the CEO on the cold call, is because of his tonality, his pacing, how he delivered that cold call, how he opened the call by building transparency that, hey, this is a cold call, which immediately built trust with this CEO. And if you noticed, the CEO laughed a couple times. The CEO was enjoying the cold call. There was rapport there because of how Ronan conducted himself at the very start of that cold call, building trust. I don't want to strong arm you into anything. Right when he asked the second time, if you noticed, he asked 3 times throughout this cold call, the second time to meet, I don't want to strong arm you into anything. Non-threatening language. He handled the "send me an email" objection perfectly. That's exactly how you handle that objection. Chris, I've been doing this a long time. I've sent a lot of emails to people like you off cold calls, and guess what? I have yet to receive a response back. So there's 2 routes you could take there. You could, what Ronan did, he then went for the third ask to try to pencil something in with the CEO, which is great. Or if you don't want to go for the third ask, go for a no. Chris, I've been doing this a long time. Typically, when people like you tell me to send an email, it never gets returned because they don't want to be unpolite, but they're really just not interested. You're not going to hurt my feelings, Chris, if you're not interested. Is that the case here? Either go for the no or go for another ask, which Ronan did here. And this was my biggest takeaway. Professional persistence. On this specific cold call, Ronan asked to meet this CEO 3 separate times. The reason he was able to ask 3 separate times was because of his tonality, his pacing, his friendly tone. He incorporated lots of laughs. How you deliver the words you say is way more important than the actual words. That's the biggest takeaway on these cold calls.